Alrighty, so if you want to have more rich people, more wealthy clients, more qualified buyers in your funnel and you want to target them with Facebook ads, then this video is definitely for you. So like we all notice, right? Like we run a perfect funnel, it looks all good, but then we get a lot of unqualified leads, people who don't have the capital to actually invest in our program, invest in our service. And this always is, a bummer. And the issue that can arise is that we can actually train Facebook the wrong way, right? Like if we use a pixel and if we count those people as conversions, then we get into a downward spiral of getting more and more and more unqualified people. So if you want to avoid this, I'm going to go over a couple of things in our videos that we and my clients do to target more financially well-off demographics. We work with a lot of wealth planners, financial planners, estate planners, all people who work with people who have considerably high net worth. So like we know a little bit what we're talking about, and this is the way we target them on Facebook, right? So the first thing has, as always, almost nothing to do with Facebook, and that is the offer, right? If you don't have an offer that is appealing to rich people, that makes them want more money or that gives them more time, that's probably the two biggest variables that rich people actually care about, that wealthy people actually care about, then they won't be interested in what you have to sell, right? Like that's the main thing. You have to have a great offer. You have to give them a very good and in-depth chance of actually getting more money or more time. There has to be a need for that. So that's probably the biggest part that's not on Facebook. But now let's talk a little bit more about how we target them on Facebook. So Facebook's algorithm is getting better and better by the day. So the less, we rely on old targeting methods with our clients, it's more about the creative. So first of all is going to be the message, what you actually talk about in your videos and how you deliver it, right? You want to speak very straight up to the point, and you want to use terms and phrases that rich people actually respond to, right? Like you want to talk about return on investment. You want to talk about very provable claims, right? Like a lot of rich people or a lot of, people who have been around, they don't respond to like, hey, we're going to like 10x your money. They're going to think it's a scam, right? Like you don't want to come over as a scam. You want to come over as somebody who's serious, who knows what they're talking about, provides them with a very good realistic investment opportunity or time leveraging opportunity or whatever, right? So be aware of how you talk things. Don't overpromise, but also don't underpromise. Just try to be right there where people are actually interested in. And you also want to deliver everything in quick and precise sentences, right? Like you want to make it like most content videos. You don't want to waffle for hours. You want to make it precise. The second thing is how you present yourself, right? Like, do you have like somewhat decent, does your hair look decent? Does your attire look like them, right? Like, do you attract rich people? Do you actually look somewhat decently groomed and things like that, right? Like all of those things matter. If you have like a dimly lit persona and you wear a hoodie and something like that, maybe that's not the right thing. You want to actually dress a little bit more, I want to say like old school boomer attire, right? To actually connect with those people more and more. Another important point is the background, right? Like you want to shoot in something that looks presentable, that looks actually nice. So either you want to have your office that's nicely framed, right? You can see like, my thing is not perfect, but at least there's some symmetry here. And what you can do as well that has worked very, very well is go to places where rich people actually like to be, right? So that's luxurious places, that's nice neighborhoods, right, where there are nice houses. If you shoot, for example, if you're a realtor and you want to send to very high-end people, you want to shoot in front of very high-end houses, for example, right, or something like that, right? So you want to shoot in a nice-looking neighborhood, nice-looking background, steady camera, the overall aesthetics, right, like nice lighting, nice camera, nice microphone, nice audio quality. You cannot come over as somebody that's wants to sell them $1 million worth of stuff in your mom's basement, right? Like that's just not gonna work. And I know I've seen so many people who want to do wealth management for the top 1%, and their videos look like crap, right? Like and that's not maybe you don't know better, but that's just very obvious. You're not gonna get the people who look for nice things, who have nice houses, if you just kind of shoot in a dimly lit office and the angle is completely off and it looks like you don't give any effort at all. So you want to make it look nice in terms of the video, in terms of your attire, in terms of the background. And then your whole funnel has to be based around time optimization, right? They don't want to watch an hour-long VSL, right? Like they have maybe 5 minutes of attention span because, normally rich people with wealth, they are busy, right? Like they have no time to watch an hour-long presentation of you waffling on why they need to buy your product. They want the information fast. They want to know what's in it for them. and they want to know your proven track record and kind of everything that you do, right? So you want to make it super convenient for them to consume the entire funnel very fast. You want them to get as much information as possible. You want to answer all of their questions, and you want to be super, super available, right? Like you want to call them fast. You want to respond to questions fast. You want to send them additional materials, send them, valuable stuff, Rolodex, FAQs, everything, right? Like, and everything has to look nice and professional, right? Like, because they are going to do their research on their own time, right? Like normally, in my experience, people with wealth, people who, are in business, they, take their time and do their research, right? If they want to invest, 100K, couple hundred grand, maybe even $1 billion with you, they want to do their research and they want to know that they can trust the person that they're working with. So send them all of the material fast, make it easy to consume, and actually make it valuable for them. And last but not least, a little bonus hack for you. If you're targeting people on Facebook, I do think interest targeting is still very, very valuable. You can get better cost per calls, better cost per lead by actually using interest-based targeting. I've seen a 10x difference between an interest-based targeting ad sets and a non-interest-based targeting ad set. And like open doesn't always work. After a certain budget, you'll probably need to do open, but especially if you're testing, smaller interest stacks can really, really work. So you want to look at everything that's luxury, everything that's, investment based, everything that's real estate based, right? Like those are all interest things that rich people actually respond to. Something like private schools, right? Like some luxury brands, right? So everything that's based around what rich people actually consume, what they click content on, and what they actually resonate with. And if you want, I've put our interest stack for rich people down below. You can download it, right? Like as well as the SOP for how to target rich people on Facebook. And if you need more help and if you want to get more wealthy clients for your product, then there's also in the description below a link where you can book a free 20-minute call with our team. We focus heavily on targeting rich demographics for our clients that have an offer that appeals to rich people, and we want to do the same for you. So don't hesitate to reach out, ask me for any questions, or book a free 90-minute call below. Anyway, that's it from me. Have a great time and see you in the next video.